Hey, so today I've got a piece of cherry. I've marked centres. I'm going to do some multi-axis turning. I've not done one for a while and I really enjoy doing it. What I need to do is get a circle marked on each end, same size. I'm going to be using 3 axes. What I'm going to do first is turn this round. So that's round. I want to get a 40mm tenon on each end. So that's a tenon on each end. And what I'm going to do is my step centre has made those marks there. So I'm just going to use that as a guide to make another couple of axes or centre points, whatever you want to call it, on this end. So we'll go that one and that one. So you can see there I've got 3 clear centres, and I'm just going to turn this round this way. Get that in between centres again. Tighten that down. And that's given it same marks. So I'm going to go there. And there. So that's give us 3 on that side. That'll do for that part. And to keep this video short, I'm not going to do any sanding or anything, but obviously you'd sand this. In fact, I will do some sanding. I'll just not show you. So that's sanded, and I've put some wax oil on as a finish. What we're going to do now is I'm going to get this out of here, and we're going to move it across to one of these, and we're going to move it across to the corresponding one on that side as well. So if I pick that one there, and then that one there, you'll see that that is going off center. Turn my lathe down. Now this is on ice belt, so it'll start at 1000. I'm stood out of way. Everything's locked down. The only thing it'll do to me is shake my shed to pieces, so I might have to change belt speed. But we know that's going to clear tool rest. So let's go. Right, so that's 1000. I've got it to 1365, and I know that that camera's shaking a bit. We'll go to that one. I can feel the vibration through the shed floor. And what I'm going to do is, let's get a pencil, from this shoulder here to about there, you can just make out that black line. I'm going to turn an egg shape, I hope. So same spindle gouge, turning off center. What we're getting is this kind of shape. I'm going to keep going. Sorry, let's move this. I'm going to keep going and until this becomes an egg shape. So, carrying on. So that's the shape from the side. I might go back and refine this shape a bit because I think this might be too big. In fact, we'll do that first. So I'm going back to the normal centres. I knew there was a reason why I weren't going to sand and finish. I've never done this before, by the way, this actual design. We'll tidy this up and leave this little bead in here. So we had it there to cut the egg shape. I'm going to go to the opposite one, so that was the centre where we cut as egg shape. I'm going to go to this side on this end, and the one opposite on the other end, and this then will throw it off centre that way. Tighten that down. Then I want to cut a U shape in here. A cove, that's what I'm looking for. And that's the kind of shape. That's kind of shape that we're getting from there. I'm going to come farther this way to make this a sharp edge. This side's looking alright for now. So I'll do some more work up here. That'll do for that. I'm gonna do, I want a similar, I don't know if you can hear me with that down. I want a similar cut coming in here. So if I just, so I want that to come across like that. So I've just started establishing that cut. You can see there, that V. Probably going to have to switch over to maybe a skew to get that in there. But I'll carry on with this for now. I've just used the beading and parting tool to get into that there. Got a little bit of chip out here. Sorry, got a little bit of chip out here. But that can't be helped. I will sand it. What I'm going to do first is, yeah, I'll sand it first. So I'm not going to show you all that. All I'm going to do is basically sand these bits where this centre is, put it back off centre, sand the other part, put it off centre the other way, then sand that part, and I'll bring it back when I've done all that. So that's been sanded. Sanded up to 240, then an eyewear pad, and then some wax oil. I'm going to get this parted off down here. Hey up. So we've made this off-center thing. Now, next video I'm gonna do something up top. You could make all out of these candlesticks, pedestal balls, and that's as far as my imagination goes, but I'm sure you can think of some more stuff. So on next video I'll do a top for it. I'm going to make it like a flower, and maybe put a battery LED inside it so it casts a bit of light up, so it'll be like a little lamp kind of thing. And if you're watching this far, thank you for all the support that I've got on my channel. I'm getting near 500 subs, and I've got some special wood picked out for a little box that I'm going to do a giveaway for, that I'll ship worldwide. So thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.